You guys know who the GOAT is, don't you?
Who?
I'm the GOAT.
I'm the goat.
I'm the goat.
Hey, stop eating stuff, Bob.
Bad. Hey guys, I'm Tim.
Bob.
I'm Mike.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. And today we are continuing our top 100 games of all time. So yeah, if you've watched the other lists, you already know what's going on here. We threw all of our games, well, not all of our games, but a bunch of games into Pub Meeple, and we rated them. And so yeah, we're bringing that list to you. Today we are doing 80 through 71. So yeah, golly, lots of good games today. I mean, every week I'm going to say that. Lots of good games.
Yeah,
But,
well, I don't know about your list being good, but I hear you.
Fair. You're going to like a bunch of the games on my list.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like there's no bad games. In fact, a lot of mine are games that previously were in my top 50 and have just kind of fallen over the years.
One of these games
I ended up
really
ranking
hate.
like 140 games, and we're going to talk about 100 total. Well, you know,
Yeah.
10 today each.
Yeah.
But they're all games.
There are no bad games on this list, except for the ones that Bob has and Mike has that I do not like.
Oof.
Then those
9
are
of these
bad.
games I really like, but one of them is sus, and you have to figure out which one that is.
Ooh, it's a meta game in the game.
Wow.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, boys.
Well, let's do the thing.
Let's do the damn thing.
I'm sorry, I don't have 70 transitions. However, I've got 10, and that's good enough for today.
You gave Bob way too much time because he started way later.
Oh, it's me.
He started way later.
I know.
All right, Mike, I need you to queue up my banner for me so that
I got banners as long as Mike can do it.
Bob's on banner duty. So we're going to bring up my number 80. This is an awesome game where you are building a tableau, a community, if you will, of all kinds of different sea creatures. I'm talking about oceans. This is the game that is better than Evolution. It kind of killed Evolution. You've got that deep deck with all the unique cards in there, and then you've got all your regular cards with the great, just all those different traits as you assign them to your little critters. You know, they might feed off of themselves, they might feed off of your neighbors, but regardless, they're going to do some stuff. So Oceans, I believe this is North Star Games, and this game's about like 6 years old, but it's still really good. I really like it.
I feel like we just talked about this game somewhere.
I feel like we did. Was it on your list?
Tim, would you call Oceans an evolution of evolution?
Yeah. I hate that joke, but I absolutely would.
It's not on my list
Was it on somebody else's list?
No,
was it on a list you talked about for something else? Was it your number 81 by chance?
Oh shit, it was my 81. I wrote down the wrong game. Ha 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 ha. Okay, no. That's so funny. My 80 for real this time. We'll leave the blooper in. God, I was like, didn't I just talk about Oceans? It's Marvel Remix. My bad. We got to update that banner.
Wow.
This is the best. I know, dude. Ugh. Like Bob got me all messed up. Because I brought up on my screen here, and not what I wrote down. Marvel Remix. So this is for me the preferred version of Fantasy. What is it?
Fantasy Realms.
Fantasy Realms. That's what it is. This just to me is cleaner. It makes a little more sense, easier to teach, and a little more accessible. I think both games are great, and if you have both, you're fine to have both. You could just pick out the flavor that your particular group likes better. But this game looks great on the table. Again, easy to teach, really fast, really fun, really clean. I love Marvel Remix so much that I forgot that it was my number 80 and I wrote it down wrong.
Wow.
No argument from me. This is the better version of the game. Easier to score, better art. It's a better game.
Yeah.
I still actually haven't played this version. Like, I own it because you guys have talked about how much better it is, but I've yet to play it.
Man, we'll have to fix that sometime.
Yep.
All right. Cool beans. Well, let's see if I can not bloopers mine up.
Good luck.
So my number 80, we only played it the one time, but I really enjoyed what I did. And I love the fact that you can do like a 2v2v2 at any time that you can do like crazy setups like that. It's a win for me. So number 80 for me is Guards of Atlantis 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so many different like factions that you can be, and you can do different team ups and whatnot. And I really want to try to find some factions that work really well together and then just destroy people with it. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But this one we need to play again very soon.
Well, we need to schedule a game day with West, right? So I feel like that should be on the docket for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm for that.
Yeah, this game's awesome. I can't wait to play this again.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Nice and easy.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
Okay. Speaking of games that I only got to play once and need to play again, let's talk about the number one game of all time, according to BGG, and that's Brass Birmingham. I just need to play this more. If I play it more, it's most likely to move up. But this was 2 years ago and only one time. But classic route building and delivering goods through your routes with a beautiful presentation. Love this box. Love the board. And I have a signed copy of it, which is pretty cool too. But
Heck
Brass
yeah.
Birmingham, I just need to play this more, and it will certainly move up my list.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, I'd love to play it. Haven't played it yet. I only have the OG ugly version. I'd play that one, or I'd play that super pretty new one that you guys have. Either way, it's a win-win.
Right. Cool beans.
Indeed.
I am for it.
All right, on to number 79.
Not fair. I was in the banners making some edits.
You were too slow.
Too slow
right.
on that one.
My
Now
for
people aren't even
real-
gonna know what number are we even on. Nobody has any idea.
How would they even
Yeah.
know?
It's confusing.
Well, now we'll get to my actual 79. No fake
Is it
outs
Oceans?
this time. It's Oceans again. No, it is not Oceans. It is one of the greatest not trivia games ever, and that is Green Team Wins. Man, this game is so damn good. It's super fun. I love it because it's you don't have there's no right or wrong. Well, there is a right or wrong. It's whatever the green team says.
Mm-hmm.
But again, the accessibility of this game and getting people into it, and once they kind of get the gist and they understand that it's just being in the majority and maybe not necessarily what you think is the right answer, but what you think everybody else is going to say is the right answer.
Mm-hmm.
This game is it's one of those games that it's great because you can use it for like team building and ice breaking, and it's just fun for a game night when everybody already knows each other too. So there's lots of really cool things you can do with this game. It kind of just goes above and beyond a normal, board game. It's like what the really great board games do. They're super simple, but they bring people together. And yeah, man. So Green Team Wins. It's the 79th greatest game ever.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a good one because you can play with anybody, right? Because like I said, you don't have to really know like a lot about everything. It's just like, what do you think? It's like, like curly fries or waffle fries. Like it says right there. It's like everybody's got an opinion. And only some of them are right.
I finally got myself a copy of this. I found it on clearance at Barnes and Noble. $5.
Nice.
That's a gosh dang steal. I'm calling the police. You should be arrested for thievery.
Yeah, I was actually accosted by mall security on my way out. So,
and they're like, "Do you want to play that right now?"
Yeah, you tell Paul Blart yes.
All right.
Indeed.
My number 79. One of my favorite, just kind of basically just a pick up and deliver game. But I picked up a copy of this that has some like really cool painted ships. Because I enjoy. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's what happens. Black Fleet. Black Fleet is like I said, it's just a really simple pick up and deliver game where you have your ship. The ships are cool because they could hold all the little goodies on there. And as you're sailing around, you have your trading ship, but you also have a pirate ship who's trying to run into your opponent and steal their loot and then bury it and get extra gold and stuff for it. Pretty simple game. I wish I had a copy of my painted ones because man, they look pretty fantastic. It came with some metal coins and whatnot, but yeah, it's just a basic pickup. You have these like cards in front of you, and as you complete those, and you could buy them, flip them over, and then it gives you like special abilities to use. You gotta be careful because some of them are a little OP, but I try to give those to the newer people.
Yeah, this game's good.
Yeah, it is good. I played this one a long time ago.
Yeah,
Long.
It is an oldie
oldie but a goodie.
by today's standards.
Yeah, Space Cowboys.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay, my number 79 would be my second favorite Scott Alms game. And this is the two-player only beer and bread. To me, this game does the
That's
2-point victory, two different victory point thing the right way. So you're basically kind of building an engine, and you are producing beer and bread. But
Oh,
you score points for both. But the lowest score is what you actually get as your final score. So you have to maintain balance. You can't go all in on one strategy here. But this is a two-player drafting game, and you're going to take some cards and use them for resources, and others you're going to tuck under your board for different special abilities. And it just has a really nice kind of flow of the game as you're producing resources, and you can only hold so many, and if you overflow they go back into the opponent actually gets the opportunity to take the extra goods that you could not store. So it's got some really good player interaction with the draft and the way that resources are handled. But beer and bread, great game that uses two different types of points, lowest points, final score, drafting, set collecting, engine building. Really fun two-player game.
and also your two favorite food groups, right?
right.
Well, yeah, pretty close. Pretty dang close. That is going to take us to our number 77.
Eight.
Good
Hey.
God.
Eight. Eight. Wow. That should have been an 8.
No, it actually should be a 7 because we're 3 games in into the top 10, but it's 8 because we start at 80, right?
Oh man, that's confusing as heck.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
this is fun. You guys are watching us like for real struggle bus today. For real.
I'm not having any issues here. We're on number 77.
You guys are crushing. Yep. Bob and I, question marks.
We're on
Mike's doing
78.
fun.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah, 78, which is pick number 7.
Mike said 77.
Oh, he did say 77, showed a 7, but it is 78. That is correct.
Correct.
Huh?
That is what I'm getting. And plus, Mike had his numbers wrong in his banners too. He had 2 79s and no 78, and he had beer and bread listed below what he's about to say. But I fixed it. And that's why I was off on my everything else.
Oh, and that's why Mike is so confused right now because
Correct.
you're going back and rewriting history behind him. So yeah, I see what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I just gave you my number 78 then. Huh.
You did. Yep. It's beer and bread for breakfast, folks.
I'm just gonna keep drinking this wine.
Oh man, so we all are struggling. Okay, back to the original statement. We're all struggling today.
That's right. So we're on Tim's
well.
number 78.
78. Let's go. This game I played at QSCon for the first time. I had to go out and buy it. I love this I guess it's trick taking with like dominoes, like just great looking tiles. And I'm talking about Tiger and Dragon. The format and the scoring, you can change the scoring rules, up like a little bit. There's a little bit of variation in there. But I just really love the vibe and the style of this game. It looks great. The table presence, the art design, and everything. And yeah, and I think it was also helped that I played this like for the first time with like a great group of dudes, and we had a great time. And so I mean, I'll take it. I love this game. I think it's great. I play it anytime. It plays very fast, and it's really fun.
Yeah, no, this is a good one. I like the way there's like the 1-1s, the 2s, the 3, and then they kind of scales up. And as you play one, you're waiting for somebody else to kind of block you, but you're trying to gauge like, well, I have this many in my hand, plus there's
right
buried. Yeah, what's the odds of this one getting around? Yeah, it's a really neat game.
It's real puzzly, like in a fun way, like really good trick takers can be, where you're like, you're trying to really the knowledge of what is out there, right? And like what's going to stop you, and the timing of your play is so critical. And those are my favorite things, like about really good trick takers, is like the timing aspect of it. So
cool.
There's a lot of replayability in the box too, because there's a lot of different ways to do the scoring and how tricks are actually taken. It's really clever.
Yeah.
This was one of my most played games last year, probably because it only takes like 5 minutes, and then we re-rack and play
again.
Yep.
Indeedy. All right, my number 78. Tim and I sat down for a demo in this, and man, was this guy not happy that I was going to beat him.
Yeah.
But Loot was a great pickup. This is kind of like a puzzle tableau builder where you have like a community board where you're moving your putting your pieces out and trying to claim territories. But then you also have like your personal board that you're working on. Where you're building all these different like huts and like all the different things want different things around them, and that gets you to score more points. But I really enjoyed this the first time I played it, so I picked up a copy, and it was actually I couldn't pick up a copy right when we taught it because they were only selling so many a day, so I had to go back there the next morning to get my copy. But this was a really good time. Everybody I've taught it to has enjoyed this one quite a bit, and yeah,
it's solid.
Really enjoy this one. Give me a while and I'll chat about this one.
Nice.
You had this ranked higher than I did last year, so it did not move much.
Haven't played it much lately, and maybe just called the new, I guess.
Yep. I've also been playing it on Board Game Arena, which helps quite a bit.
Oh, so sure. Keeping it fresh.
There. Okay, so what was actually my 79 will become my 78, and yeah, I won't be too mad about moving up Mechs versus Minions.
Yeah, I support this. I
was super late to the party on this one, and I still don't have a copy, so that's why this one
that's gonna be tough.
So low. I would love to play this more. I'd love to try and track down a copy, and this would easily move up. But just League of Legends in board game form, co-op programming. I just love what this game does. It's so simple to play, but really satisfying as you're programming these action cards into your tableau, and some cards are going to get destroyed and then you can't use those slots anymore. But yeah, I really enjoy this game and I would love to play it more.
I love how when you take damage, like you'll put a damage card over the top of like your slots there, and it's like, now this lever I used to use to move forward, now it just turns me left or right every time, And so I think it's just hilarious and thematic the way that damage works. If only you had a buddy that would lug this game over to your house for the day and we could play it.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah, and then not play it. Yeah. Also, still to this day, maybe one of the greatest inserts of all time.
Indeed. Yep, that insert is fantastic.
Without a doubt. hands
Yeah.
down, one of the goats.
Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
smartest things they do is like, there's a ton of those minions, and a bunch of there's like 3 or 4 different sculpts. They
Yep.
all fit in any hole. It doesn't matter. You're not like sitting there trying to puzzle out which one goes in which one. It doesn't matter. Throw it in there. Boom.
That is not the
Mhm.
game I need included in my board game, right? And like
Correct.
figuring out what mini goes where. Like I just want to put the shit away so I can play my next game.
Yep.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So that's gonna take
All right,
us
that
to
will officially move us for real this time to number 77.
All right. This is the newest, most recent game I've played in my top 100, like for the first time. And we did some content for it. I wasn't sure how like Bob was gonna grok it and like embrace this game, but the Fall of Kingdoms is really fun. I really love that the dynamics of bluffing around what other people have and what you have. And I know it's been done in coup or whatever, but this takes it to a different level for me, like a more interesting level. And also, like, I was really shocked and impressed at how well it even played at 3 players. I thought even at 3 players,
Yeah.
it still played really well and was really interesting. And it was hilarious and super fun at higher player counts as well. So the fact that it scales from 3 to 6, and even higher, like so easily was really impressive to me. And it just kind of like increases, like it in my estimation, right? Because I think that is a difficult thing to do. And I feel like, yes, there is player elimination, but I think at that point, you are so invested in what's going on. You are wanting to see like what happens with that last little bit. And it does speed up, as fewer people can be possible targets, and everything. So the game does ramp up really quickly towards the end. But yeah, I don't know, man. I thought this game was really fun. I really enjoyed it and was really just impressed with how they pulled that off.
Over
Builds
Christmas. Go ahead.
builds on the coup mechanics, but a lot more going on. I definitely like this a lot more than coup, but you would see the similarities having played it. Also, by the time this video goes live, our review of this will be live.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, sweet.
Yeah, see, my niece really wanted to play Avalon while I was there for Christmas, and I really wish I would have had this game to try to show her.
Oh yeah, like hey, let me show you a fun one. Oh wait,
Yeah, let me show you that game, but better.
Right,
Play Secret
right.
Hitler instead.
Yeah,
Instead of
I mean
Avalon.
that too.
All right. My number 77 is a co-op from the world of Arkham. It is Cthulhu Death May Die. I just love that there are so many different characters to choose from. And then the crazier you get, like the more abilities you start to unlock. There are different old ones that you can choose to go against, different scenarios and episodes to play through. There's just a lot of content between the season 1 and the season 2 of all this going on. And if you enjoy co-ops and you love the Cthulhu mythos, you should check this one out because I think you'll have a good time. Awesome art. And there's that thing too, which I mean, I got mine sitting up here. He wears my Gandalf hat. But yeah, you don't. That thing's not needed to necessarily play. That's just one of the missions you can choose.
Ah.
But no, was it the Rise of Rayla?
Skywalker.
No,
really.
Yeah, that Rising. It's an epic episode, so it's like a battle where you actually got to fight that thing and move around that big ass statue. But there's still the 3 older ones in the box, plus a bunch of scenarios and episodes to choose from. Yeah.
So what hurt
pretty.
this game for me, and this isn't a knock on the gameplay at all, like nothing to do with the gameplay, is it really, this was one of the very first games that I just, outside of the Zombicide games that Simon was putting out, where like the bloat just started to really drive me nuts. Because I would want to have every single thing for this game because of all the different characters and all the different options, because it's interesting and I like all of that. But like this was one of those games where like Well, the all-in is $100, but then you can add on, this $20 character pack and this $20 character pack and this $20 character pack. Well, then the all-in isn't an all-in if it doesn't give you everything. And this,
that phrase.
yeah, this is one of the first ones that really started to do that, like that I really noticed and began to feel it, and it just really pissed me off. And so this has always kind of colored my perception wrongly of Cthulhu Death May Die. I played it one time. I thought it was fine. Like I wasn't like blown away, but I was also like, I get this. But I just think about being really pissed off about the
Kickstarter. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just annoying. And now they're, I mean, obviously they have their problems now, so it's, clearly they weren't doing something right. But
All right, my number 77 is probably going to get some crossover. And I was actually kind of surprised this fell where it did. New to me, it is 3 Chapters, the trick-taking game. And I gave this a really high rating when we reviewed it. I gave it a 9. I still think it's very deserving. But I played a lot of trick-taking games this year for the first time. And I think that sort of muddied the water on where this fell into my top 100. But this blends mechanics in a way that I have never seen before. And I already know we've talked about this enough that the struggle to find these cards in English is going to be real. So give me a second. But you start by with a hand of cards, and you are going to draft them, and then you're going to play a hand of trick taking. And while you are doing that trick taking, these cards are going to get bonuses off of each other, like the Little Red Riding Hood. She gets gems if played with the Big Bad Wolf. Peter Pan is going to get hearts for certain other characters that are played. Tweedledee and Tweedledum are going to get bonuses if played in the same trick. And so by starting with this draft, knowing that those other cards are in the hand and then trying to time playing those cards with the cards that they synergize with is really satisfying. And I just haven't seen any other trick taker do what this one does. It plays super fast. You can literally play a game in like 15 minutes, score it, play again. But 3 Chapters from Amigo is an excellent trick-taking game that I know all of us would recommend.
I just bought it. I literally just bought it. So yeah, I 100% recommend this game.
Yeah, like Hansel, if played with Gretel, gets a heart. If played with a witch, gems. I also appreciate that there's more than one way to play this. It's not just trick-taking. Yes, you can get points from trick-taking, but you also get points from hearts and gems. So trying to create those synergies and get those extra gems and hearts is just as legitimate of a way to win this game as taking tricks is. And that's what really gives this one a lot of legs with repeat plays.
Yes, agreed.
Man, just talking about it makes me feel bad that it fell to my 77. I love this game, but yeah, I mean, the more games you play, the more you find yourself surprised at how far some of these games fall.
It gets crowded, man. It gets crowded.
Yeah, very quickly. Let's talk about 6 more. Number 6.
All right. This game came up on our box art list that we did with Full 42. This game, I don't remember if it came up on our, no, I don't think it came out on my new to me. But man, Speakeasy is my 76. This game is really good. It's beautiful. This game will go up with more plays. I mean, the issue is just getting it to the table. I don't feel like it's as daunting as like Weather Machine, you know what I mean, or some of the other ones, but I love the theme, I love the art, I love the vibe, I love everything that you're doing. It's just a really, really good game. And so yeah, you're building speakeasies in New York. Everybody's kind of running their own little territories, and you've got there's just so much going on, because you select basically like one action to do, and then that triggers like this cascading sort of thing where now that means I'm going to do this. and but yeah, you're building up your little properties, around the board and things like that. And you know where the cops are going to show up, so you're trying to be mindful of that, be aware of that, and like, how are you going to handle, what they're doing. So lots of really interesting decisions that you need to make and planning.
That
But this
piece.
game's really good. Yeah,
That's a lot of table.
it is a lot of table.
On the table. I really want to play this one. I missed it when you guys got to preview it.
Same. But I did kickstart my own copy of it though because I love Lacerda. I love some Eno 2 art, and Eagle Griffin Games makes beautiful games.
God, they do.
Indeed.
No
Indeed.
bloat, no bloat on this baby. You just get the game. Like that's all you need. Maybe an upgrade kit, but like that's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
Alrighty. So my number 76. There are a lot of versions of this game, and I combined that. I took my favorite one, and I ranked it, and that put Ascension: Curse of the Golden Isles at six.
Ooh.
So I do love me some Ascension. I've played like the video game version. I played the card game version. All different. There's like how many? 8 different standalone expansions they have out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've played the majority of them. I really enjoy this one because it kind of adds like a little like area map effect kind of going on where you have like a boat and you're going around these ports. You can get a discount on them if you're kind of in that area, or some cards can only be taken if you're in that same port with it. But then there's also like a pirate ship, and you got to keep your eye out for that. So it just adds a bit more to just a basic deck building. But I just really enjoyed this flavor the most out of all the Ascension games that there are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one is really clever. I do like how the location of your player marker matters. It's something I haven't seen other deck builders do.
And you got that ghost ship moving around. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, this one was good.
And as one of your resources, you've got movement, and so you can move around the different areas, and it's not just the same as fight or buy. You have that third option now too.
Yeah.
So. Plus the art is nice.
Yeah, I like Ascension's solid. It's really good.
Yep.
Gary Arant knows how to design some great deck builders, no doubt about that. Okay, my number 76. Oh, by the way, before I forget, if you type speakeasy in with a space between speak and easy, you get a totally different game. One I've not heard of. I'm like, what is this?
Is it like a
anyway.
90s electronic game where like Ball Madness kind of thing?
Speak and spell, but it's like a speakeasy. You like pull the string on it and it goes.
Booze.
Hooked on Sonic works for me. All right, classic racing game that has fallen a bit over the years. But I am talking about Steampunk Rally. Man, I had this one in the top 50 several years ago when we first started doing these, and it's been a while since I've played. I even backed the Fusion expansion. I haven't gotten to that to the table yet. But I just love what this game does, where you're picking a famous inventor from history, and you are getting an asymmetric power from them, and then slotting them into a cockpit here, and then you are going to draft cards and either discard the cards to take the dice or gears that are in the corner here, or you're going to take the card and attach it to the other machine parts that have been attached to your kind of engine here. And so you are literally building an engine. You're playing an engine builder about building an engine, but it's a race. And the first person across the finish line wins. And so you are rolling dice and activating those dice on your cards. And I'm only finding prototype versions of the racetrack. And you're just going around this board and trying to avoid obstacles, but repairing your ship if it takes damage. It's just a lot of fun. And I think it really embraces that steampunk theme very well, as you have to vent your dice to get them off the card so you can roll new dice and reactivate those cards. Just a ton of fun.
That's what I was gonna say. There's a lot of games that take like the steampunk aesthetic and just kind of slap it on there. But this game really feels steampunk just because, like Mike was saying, you put those dice on there, and you want big dice most times so you can move move as far as you can. but then you have to literally pip those dice down as you're venting that steam off that engine part. And to me, that's just super thematic. Or alternatively, you can just cut that part of the machine loose, leave it back on the track back there, and just add some more bits on as you're rolling down. As long as you can slide across that finish line and just your cockpit, it counts.
You can play safe and take the long way around the track and not have to worry about repairing your parts, or you can take the shortcuts and then you got to make sure that you're able to repair, or you could just let parts fly off and put new cards in. There's lots of different ways to play this game. Love that it plays up to 8 and it's simultaneous, so there's really not a whole lot of downtime here. Great game, just been quite a while since I've played it.
Yeah, this was one that I didn't really love the first time we played it. And then I just have heard everybody talk about it so much. I actually picked up a copy really cheap. So I have a copy like on my shelf. And I just need to play it again and
You
give
need
it
to get some of your the promo cards, Tim, because there's a DeLorean out there somewhere.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool inventor cards for sure. I need to get my copy of Fusion out and give that a whirl sometime. Number 75.
All right, my number 75. I think you guys might have already talked about this one. But good God, between the components and just such a cool a way that the game plays, and it plays potentially different every time that you play it, and then you've got multiple scenarios to choose from. My Father's Work, really good. Really good. This is like, I'm beginning to kind of think of this game as like a cult classic. I think that the people that know about it really like it, and that there's people that just don't. I just think this has gone under the radar. I think they kind of fudged the release a little bit because the app wasn't ready when the game launched, and all that stuff. And I don't know if that hurt it or what, but man, when we played this, it was like, holy cats, this is really fun. This is really cool. And yeah, it's got Bob's creepy meter on there, so you can see you could see Bob, and then like he's going around to the different elementary schools. Oh, wait a minute, that's a different game.
Cemeteries, please.
Cemeteries, that's what I meant. Cemeteries. But yeah, this game the only thing, and we've talked about it ad nauseum, the only thing this game does wrong is that the app is a little inconsistent with like when
it's gonna narrate.
when it narrates versus when it doesn't. It just needs to narrate the whole damn thing. We all agree, blah blah blah. But this game is great out of the box. Looks great, plays great. A really fun take on sort of worker placement and that Frankenstein's monster, theme kind of thing.
Indeed.
Yeah, it was my number 95.
There you go.
It's good. Played it again this year and reminded me how good it was.
Yep. Hopefully we can start to do that every year for Halloween at least.
I agree.
You just need to not do it on Halloween night so then I can play too.
We'll see.
Damn it.
Yeah. No, I love how, like, depending on what you do during the scenario and like as it changes generations, the map will change as you turn.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. My number 75, we've only played a couple handfuls of times, but we did do a review for it, and I enjoyed this light tableau builder called Castle Combo.
Mm.
Yes.
Yeah. I kind of really enjoy the art style on it. I like you're trying to, well, as long as Tim would take the right card, this game is really good.
Listen, man.
But you got this like 3x3, I believe it was, tableau that you build, and they'll score depending on their tags or if they're in certain like rows or columns. As you purchase them, there's 2 different rows of cards coming out, and there's this messenger token, and you can only purchase from where the messenger is at. So there's also the kind of push and pull, like, ooh, if I pay to move the messenger up here, Tim can't afford to buy any of these, so then he has to pay to move the messenger down to afford a card or take one of those crappy cards off the top. But yeah, there's just like kind of a lot of neat stuff going on, and it was really simple, and I enjoy a good like tableau with some spatial elements going on.
Yeah, I saw this one getting a lot of hype, and I picked this one up and said we got to check this out and review it. This one, what was it? I think the Meeple's Choice
Spiel des
Light
Jahres?
game. What
The
was
Spiel des
it?
Jahres wouldn't pick a good
Spiel de
game.
Harris.
Golden
Oh, recommend.
Golden Geek Light Game of the Year winner. I think it beating out Flip 7 brought it to my attention
Yeah.
because I
Oh.
Wait,
think we're
what?
all like, really? But it's good. I've got it on my list as well.
It's not better than Flip 7 though.
We'll find out.
Depends what you're looking for.
All right. Here's one I learned this year. This it's amazing that this game has been out since 2016, and I am talking about Eschaton. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just a deck builder that adds territory control with a really dark theme that I like a lot. I like how every card has the potential to give you multiple different actions with it, whether you're drawing off of a separate deck to get powerful actions, pulling cards out of your deck, moving troops onto the board, or moving them between different spaces for area majority. Just really enjoy that combination of mechanics. And I think this game really, really does it right. Yeah, I know Tyrants of the Underdark is really good too. I just played this more recently, and I've only played Tyrants of the Underdark once, and that was like 3 years ago. So this one did trump that one because of that. But Eschaton, very, very good. We need to check out the co-op expansion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I'll be talking about Eschaton in a bit. Not today, but in a bit.
Wonder, do I still have those? Let's see here. No, that was not for that. Was that for that one? No, that was a different game. I used to have the scores from that one game at Eschaton, that groundbreaking
Uh,
game, Eschaton.
No, Bob.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to have a bad day here, sir. Can you just
I'm having a
stop?
great
Yeah,
day.
imagine like months
You just
later
stop.
still bragging about beating people at games.
How
Imagine.
sad is your life that like that's the thing you're just
It's not sad at
clutching
all.
to?
Did you not just hear how happy I was that I
Clutching,
didn't just beat you guys. I like smoked you guys.
clinging desperately.
Imagine being so sad about your life that you are happy about crushing new players who may never play the game again
I didn't teach.
because of how lopsided the scores were.
Yeah. We didn't say you taught it. We just said that
Tim's
you were
bad
crushing.
teach.
You were my great teach.
Bad player.
You just took advantage of. Yeah, but
Bad
that's
player.
Bob. That's Bob's ruining experiences for people every year.
Number
The way of
74.
life, really. It really is just a way of life.
Oof.
Well, like Bob, I have a pirate game on my list today, but not the same one. This is also lighter fare, but super fun, and I'm talking about Captain Flip. This game it's really good. I like it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. It's got a little bit of push your luck, right? Like just enough push your luck. So the people that maybe don't like push your luck will still kind of be interested in it. You've got a lot of agency still, with the way that you're building, you're setting up your tiles, you're building up those columns and those, in those rows and trying to score points. But yeah, I mean, really straightforward and simple, but like chef's kiss, really fun. And it doesn't overstay its welcome, goes super fast. And yeah, it's fun art, and goofy little characters on all those tiles. Solid iconography. And yeah, it's good stuff, man. That's
Another
it.
one that
Captain
I have
Flip.
really played a lot of on BGA. It's a lot of fun.
Right on.
Cool. Let's see here. Oh, speaking of fun, probably this has got to be higher up on Tim's list because he hasn't mentioned it yet. But this is a great Viking game with dice, and it is Champions of Midgard. I really enjoy this one. Like Tim prefers like Lords of Waterdeep, and I can see the similarities. I like to roll the dice, and once you add in the expansions of like Valhalla, then you don't mind when your guys go out and die so much.
No, it just makes it playable versus just unfun
Well,
slog.
before that expansion, you could really have some feels bad when you build up this big ship full of dudes and you send them out there and then they all die and you get nothing. It's like,
And it
well,
doesn't even matter.
at least now they die, they go to Valhalla as they should, and you get those tokens. And with those Valhalla tokens, you can buy more dudes, you can buy cards that are worth a bunch of points, and there's just like a lot more going on, and it makes the oh crap of a die roll not so bad of a thing. But this is really good kind of worker placement game, and you're building up your pool of dice. You have asymmetrical player powers, and there's like I said, the expansions are totally worth it. So get them.
And that first edition of that rule book is total trash.
Not great, but they've got a. I think it was like a what was it they call it, like 10-year anniversary or something like that edition came out, and they've got the expansions all in the box and everything together, and updated rule book. That'd be the way to go now if you need it.
You don't, but if you did.
Yep.
All right, Mike.
Yeah, not one of my favorites either, but I played it years ago. I would give it another shot. Been probably 9, 10 years, like right when it came out. Okay. Speaking of games I only played once and having a copy in shrink, let's talk about Lunar Rush. I think this is one of the most underrated games that is out there. Really good economic games from Dead Alive Games, and you are basically moving your ships loaded with resources up to the moon, and they're going to bring them back and sell them. And you're going to do that with some market manipulation, all things that I love in games. I like bidding for which ship I want to take. I like the timing of getting all the resources I need back on Earth so I can cash in as many as possible all on one turn, timing the market and getting the most return out of your resources. But yeah, as your resources come back to Earth, you sell them on these markets. And this isn't just like a flat scale, moving it up when you buy or down when you sell. As more of these resources get sold, it's kind of a bell curve, actually. And there's multiple different types of markets. So there's good replayability here where um, there's different types of markets that you can play, and that changes how the price evolves throughout the game. Great components, really cool holographic cards. I loved this game, and I just need to play it more. But Lunar Rush is a great economic game.
Yeah, been too long since we played. I did really enjoy this one too.
I had this one a little higher last year when it was fresher in my head. It was at 64 last year when it debuted on my list.
Nice.
All right. Moving on to number 73.
All right, 73. I've not played in a while, but I still love this game. And it kind of popped back into my head a little bit because I know that Sagrada is getting a reissue or like an anniversary edition. But this is my preferred version, but you can't get it in the States, and that is Carnivalesco. This is everybody is trying to do their own, carnival, in Rio de Janeiro. You're trying to do your own carnival like presentation, right? So your parade, so your school, you got to have like all the different sections, kind of like your little window panes in Sagrada, where you want things to fit, like all one number or all one color and things like that. So you got all of that still going on, but the way that they do it and the way that it actually helped me understand like what our, what Carnival, really is, really cool. And really appreciated it. We got to play it with the designer, friend of the show, and Bob and I immediately like schemed and skulked and found a way to get a couple copies shipped to the US so that we could have our own. But super fun game, really well done. And I love games when they can like give you a little education as well, right? So you're learning a little bit about the culture as you are just playing a fun dice drafting game.
And the challenges are just so thematic as to what actually goes on during.
Yes, which like Sagrada Sagrada, like the design's really fun and it's this really cool, colorful, like Sudoku kind of puzzle, but the theme is what it is, where Carnivalesco like really feels very thematic to me. Uh, so
Brazilian culture, to be specific.
Correct.
yeah.
Cool beans. Yeah, it's been a while since we played that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what am I on here? Number 73. My goodness. This one here, I'm surprised it's as low as it is. But it is by friend of the show, Wes Todd. I'm a fan of Wild Side.
Yeah, boy.
This is just a great, short, like card shedding game. You have cards in your hand, you have cards in front of you, and you're playing them out. When you get to 4 of a kind, you can wipe them, or if you have a honey badger, you can wipe them and start over. And you're just trying to get rid of all the cards in your hands, plus the ones you have in front of you. And it's short, it's sweet. It's one of those ones we play it, we re-rack it, we play it again. Usually don't play it fewer than 3 times when we have this out. It's just a really fun little card game.
Yeah. This game's so good. I love it. I'm really happy for West that he's put out a game that we love so much. I have it ranked a lot higher, but
this is going to be getting, I think, a Kickstarter release or something like that too, right? They're going to be re-releasing it.
Right around March or at least first quarter.
Yeah, so if you like, card shedding games, this is a unique, fun twist on that. So
yeah,
if only somebody would add more images to this.
It's just the pictures that we got.
BGG entry.
Yeah.
Anyway, props to whoever uploaded photos to this.
Oh boy, Mike, do you need to like put yourself in a certain corner real quick?
You put you in a corner, Mike. Go ahead. Oh, I already did it.
Oh, we both did it at the same time. Whenever you can upload those images to BGG for games that don't have a lot of images, I know the designers and publishers really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this has been talked about today.
Woo.
And that is because I really loved Guards of Atlantis 2. This gives me a video game MOBA, which is a mobile online battle arena in a board game form that just makes perfect sense. MOBAs are kind of team-based games where you're destroying NPCs and leveling up and using those levels to increase your powers and eventually start taking out the other players from the other team. And this just works so well. These NPCs don't move, so you can easily wipe them out and jockey position and keep your distance between them and the other players. And as between rounds, you use that XP to get higher ranked versions of the cards that you already have in your deck. And you're kind of programming these cards. You get to talk strategy with your teammates and then pick your card and lay it out onto your player board. After you've played 4 cards, you pick them all back up. You use your XP to level up any cards, and then you repeat and play 4 more cards until I believe one player dies. But man, this game did exactly what I wanted it to do. And I cannot wait to play this with more of these different player powers.
I made a note when we're done with this show. I am going to message West about scheduling a night so that we can play this amongst other games as well, but like specifically to play this hopefully this month. You guys keep talking about it. I'm like, gosh dang it, I need to play it again. It deserves to be on my list, but it has fallen because I forget about it. And sorry, what were you gonna say, Mike?
No, it's just it's a really easy teach, but there is a learning curve to when to utilize these powers, what characters to put on the same team, when to play certain cards at the same time. But man, learning the actual game was very easy.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, until Tim and I realized, like, oh, my character likes to pick my cards from my discard pile up, and Tim's character needs me to have cards in my discard pile. So there was like literally zero synergy going on.
Also true. Yeah. Also true. Well, we'll fix that. We want a rematch.
Yep.
We will redeem ourselves.
I think based on Bob's flashing fingers, we should move to number 72.
All right, 72 is a game that I need to play again. I have not played it in a long time, but I still love this game. The problem is, I think, is that there's some other games that do this now a little bit better, but I still love Orleans,
Buddy.
and I need the expansions for it. There's another game that kind of has a similar bag building vibe that I will talk about in much further down the road. Um, that I don't want to say it as like killed Orleans, but it's definitely overshadows Orleans. But Orleans still really good, and I really like what it does. And it just feels good when you like get those chain reactions as you're pulling stuff out of the bag, and it works
Mhm.
really well. Um, so yeah, give me some Orleans any day of the week.
I still really like this game. I actually went to Mike's house New Year's Day for board games, and I had this in my bag, so I was hoping to get to play it. So
Oh, thanks for the invite.
it was friends and family. Sorry.
Ah,
I
damn it.
I thought you had plans that day.
New Year's Day.
You
No, I
did.
don't. Did I?
Yeah.
I think I did anything. Anyways, that don't matter.
He planned on doing nothing.
Yeah, that might be true. Played Suikoden all day probably. Anyways, Orleans, really like it.
Good. Yeah. My number 72, I'm sure there'll be some people here who have this much higher. The worst part about this game is that usually when we're pulling this game out, it means the night's coming to an end. And that is, just sad in general. However, Tumbling Dice is still a riot.
Baby.
I know. Tim will have it much higher. But, it's just some chaotic dice flicking fun. You put the board down, you flick your die, wherever it lands, you get the multiplier, or you just go the Canadian route and just start sniping people and trying to take their dice out.
That's right.
But yeah, this is there's a couple different versions of it. This is the one I think you can get right now. They're
Mhm.
all pretty okay as far as consistency and what they look like and whatnot. They'll all play the same unless you get one like Tim's, which was wrong with the printing, and we had to write on it to make it right. But that kind of just makes it the legacy version, which is
That's right.
fine and dandy.
Yeah, this game, like, gosh, I mean, it's just so much fun, right? Like it's yeah, there's some strategy, and yeah, you can get good at it, but like,
No, you're
um,
flicking dice here.
yeah. And I'll also say, like, I was really slow to buy that particular version of the board because I was trying to find an old one, and I'm gonna tell you what, just get yourself a damn board because it's good, it's fun, and you'll be glad you got one. And then like for me, you know how we have everybody sign in my board anyway, so now I don't care. Like when my board fills up, I'm just gonna buy the next cheap one I can find, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna run it back, and we're gonna do the same thing, and that'll be fine too. Um,
Well, it looks like somebody made one there. It looks homemade.
Yeah.
There's like no markings on it.
Can't get the big version anymore. The new boards are a little smaller, but they're still high quality.
mhm. Yeah, they do the job, man.
It'll do the job. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. My number 72 is a classic engine building game that slipped a little bit. And I am talking about Deus. Deus has a couple of mechanics that I just don't think a lot of engine builders are doing. Number one, it does have a board, and you have to have the building in your supply to be able to play the card. So you have discard action. So if you run out of stuff to do with your actions, you can discard, and discarding gives you different actions like resupplying more buildings on your board so that you can play that card in the associated column. One of the buildings you can play as military, and that allows you to move around the board, steal resources from other players, attack barbarians, and get in game points. But the main crux of this game that's so intriguing is that when you play a card, you play it on top of this stack, and then you're going to activate the card at the bottom, then the one above it, and then finally the one that you played there. So you get chain reaction actions when you play cards that can be really satisfying. So Deus, classic game. Been playing this one for years. Just slipped a little bit because some other stuff has found its way into my top 50.
Yeah, I've never played this one, but I'd definitely give it a shot.
I think I played this once online with Mike and Donnie and got smoked.
Oh, well, that's because you were playing with Mike and Donnie.
There's yeah, I mean there's a little bit of a learning curve on like which cards are a better path to get points and when to time playing certain cards. But yeah, it's a good one. I'll gladly play anytime.
Right on.
Final game of the day, and the last time you'll see Bob, Flash Fingers, number 71.
So I was thinking about this game, and like whenever I think of this game, I think of like you remember in 300 where the messenger from Xerxes or whatever is
Yeah.
like, this is madness.
No.
That's what this game is. This game is madness. It is gore chosen. Yeah, this is one of the best games of gladiatorial combat. You can play 1v1, you can play 1v many, you just do what you want to do, man. But you are just hacking and a slashing, and there's really no true player elimination in this because when your turn comes up, a random thing's gonna happen and you might still kill somebody, which is hilarious unless you're the person that just got killed. That is really frustrating. But who gives a shit? Because this game's super fun, it's super fast, and it's gory and dumb, and it does everything that I need it to do. But yeah, you've got to have an asymmetric character with like a different, they've got like different sort of weapon arcs, firing arcs, like where they can hit from, and they deal different kinds of damage. Yeah, this game's stupid fun. I love it. And if you can get a version and either paint it yourself or get a painted version, you should do that because it also looks really great on the table because those Games Workshop minis do not play, man. They are for real.
I was gonna say, worst thing about the game is you have to assemble the minis yourself, which I do not have the talent nor the patience for that. However, the coolest thing, in my opinion, is the way the combat system works. Is you've got this rage deck, and the madder you are, the more cards you get to put in that deck. So when you're flipping over those cards to see who gets to go, then you have a much higher chance of getting to activate your dude if you're more angry, and then you also get to do like more stronger moves and whatnot. But then as your rage goes down, you pull some of your cards out of that deck, and you don't get to go as often. But yeah, I think that's just a super cool game. There's just some crazy shit that can happen, and it's
this game is wild. I've never had a boring time playing this game, right?
Correct.
Like something crazy always happens, and we're always like, oh, so
people's heads are falling off.
Yes. Yes, this game is pure madness, and that is joy for me. So yeah.
Nice. Do like me some Gore Chosen as well. I mean, it's not quite Gore Chosen, but it is a Blood Rage for my number 71. I do like the draft of the cards, the area control aspects, the fighting, the different strategies that are available. One of the things, and I don't know, kind of a point of pride for me. One of the coolest things about my copy of Blood Rage is I have let more people borrow and play this than I have got to play it myself. So I'm a little sad that I haven't got to play it as often, but I'm glad that it's getting played.
Your copy is getting some miles on it, dude.
Yeah, and that's fine by me. But there's some cool minis in there. This is back when CMON was doing things the way they should be doing things. It uses like a little bit of another different kind of rage where you build up your rage and you're using that as power to take all of your actions. And then when you're out of rage, you're done for the round. Similarly to like a Cthulhu Wars or something like that. But yeah, Blood Rage is a good time. There's actually a pretty decent implementation digitally for it as well, if you want to check it out before picking this up. But yeah, this is pretty awesome.
Or you could just borrow Bob's copy.
Or you just borrow my copy. Yeah, it's true. True story.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna play it, I'll ask to borrow yours. And I have a copy. I just want to play yours.
Just to use yours. Yeah, I like it.
I do have the cool insert too, so it kind of makes putting it away and setting it up.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like that.
I love that game. Give me a bit. I'll talk about it.
The Lang trilogy, man. Those were the good old days. We were so young and fresh faced. 2015, 2016, right in there.
Say young, but sure.
Yeah, younger.
Younger is more appropriate.
All right, my number 71 to finish out the day has made my top 100 every year that we've done this, and I am talking about Coimbra.
Mm.
This is a great Euro game designed by the Italians, and several mechanics I really like here. One is that you are putting a die down as a bid, and that bid is going to determine who gets to acquire these cards off to the side. And then you're going to take those cards and they are going to move you up tracks or move you around this board for different benefits. Lots of really clever things going on with Coimbra in a way that I really haven't seen other games do. I really think the bidding mechanic is really clever in this. I also think it's really cool how when you choose the die that you're going to bid with, I don't see them on here, or they're just really small. You slot them into this castle looking thing, and that's what you place on the board as your bid. Really, really good art on this one. Just really enjoy Coimbra.
Yeah, I really
Only
like this
played
game
it
too.
once, thought it was good though.
Yeah, I wish. I mean, the colors aren't great for me, and that's my biggest. The iconography is good, but if I could just look and tell by the color without having to find the icon each time, I would definitely want to play this game a lot more often. I'm not against playing it because I do enjoy what I'm doing when I play it, but yeah, it just takes a little bit of extra brain power for me to kind of cut through the colors and find those icons. So
Sure.
I finally got my copy cheap this year at Indie Spiel.
Nice. Yeah, this is one I would definitely pick up for, especially if you find a cheap copy. I think it's definitely worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
All right, shall we do the rundown?
Yeah, let's run them down.
Let's do that, and I'll do mine in the correct order. Unlike if you remember that hilarious, delightful moment that we had early on where I actually accidentally did my 81. But anyways, my number 80 was Marvel Remix. Then Green Team wins, Tiger and Dragon, The Fall of Kingdoms, Speakeasy, My Father's Work, Captain Flip, Carnivalesco, Orleone, and then 71 Gore Chosen.
I had number 80, Guards of Atlantis 2, Black Fleet, Loot, Cthulhu Death May Die, Ascension Curse of the Golden Isles, Castle Combo, Champions of Midgard, Wild Side, Tumbling Dice, and 71 Blood Rage.
I had a gaff as well, and I'll stay consistent, but the games where I goof them up. Number 80, Brass Birmingham. Number 78, Beer and Bread. 79, Mechs vs. Minions. I said them in the reverse order.
I was like, what's going on here?
Yes!
Nice.
The gaffs continue. May the wine consumption also. Number 77, 3 chapters. 76, Steampunk Rally. 75, Eschaton. 74, Lunar Rush. 73, Guards of Atlantis 2. 72, Deus. And 71, Coimbra.
Well done. Great lists, super fun. Looking forward to seeing what we have next time as these games we're getting further and further, and for me the intensity rises, right? Like my passion for these games gets stronger and stronger. But if you guys have watched this so far, thank you so much. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider liking, subscribing, doing all those things. Ring the bell. That way you get notifications every time one of these lists drop. We do have a Patreon if you'd like to support the show financially. But if you can't, even just leaving us a comment is great. We do appreciate that. Also, join us live on Wednesdays for Whiskey Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, where the whiskey's optional, but attendance is mandatory. And with all that being said, for the Board Game Rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
Mike.
We'll see y'all next time, and maybe we'll get it right.
Maybe.
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more often.
Heating.
I do like to party.
Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.